Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the price of Ethereum has almost met my exact price target that I was talking about yesterday here on the channel. Of course, we saw that perfect rejection along this 50-day EMA, and right now the price of Ethereum is getting very close to this moving average. In just a moment, I'll be getting into my next Ethereum price targets, and also right now there is a brand new Ethereum fractal that is forming on the chart that I will be revealing later in the video. And on top of all of that, in the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, there's actually a brand new pattern that is potentially forming right now. So especially for you Ethereum holders out there, make sure you're watching all the way to the end of this video so that you're not missing out on any of this important information. And if that sounds good to you, just before I jump into it, make sure to drop a like down below on the video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. It's completely for free to hit that subscribe button down below, and it only takes a couple seconds out of your day. And once again, you're going to be getting all of this valuable content every day, so I don't see why not. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart here on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if you watched my last Ethereum update that I posted yesterday here on the channel, in that video, I explained that obviously the Ethereum price was coming into contact with this exact 50-day exponential moving average. And of course, we've already known for quite some time now on the channel that this 50-day EMA is a significant level to pay attention to. But I was going over two main scenarios. If we get a rejection from this exact moving average, so basically if we start turning around in the immediate short term, then I would expect the price of Ethereum to come straight down towards around 2.8K, which is the 21-week simple moving average, this green line just here. And that's pretty much what we've done since then. But of course, I went over the scenario of what if we actually break above this 50-day EMA, and I gave you guys a potential price target to the upside if that happens, but obviously that did not happen. The fact that we found resistance again along that 50-day EMA, that set up this nice move to the 21-week SMA as expected. And of course, for you subscribers out there that have been subscribed for even just a week now on the channel, all the way back around here, I was letting you guys know that Ethereum is very likely about to enter a consolidation range. And I said back then, it's very likely that it's going to be between the 50-day EMA and the 21-week SMA. And obviously over the past 1 week, that's played out very nicely here. And it's only when we either break the support or the resistance that Ethereum is going to choose its next major move, obviously. And just updating you guys on the actual price levels for these moving averages, the support is coming in at roughly around 2.8K, and the resistance is coming in at roughly around 3.1, nearly 3.2 thousand. Now, first of all, something to note here on the 4-hour chart is the RSI is actually in a small uptrend, which is technically speaking a bullish sign for Ethereum. Obviously, we had a very small hidden bearish divergence, which actually led into this little bit of bearish price action that we've just seen recently, but that's basically already played out. But when you're comparing the current price action to this previous price action that we saw around 2.5 weeks ago, we're actually seeing a decent amount of similarities. In fact, this could almost be called a fractal that is playing out on the chart, because obviously we had a pretty steep drop off to the downside in both of these scenarios here. And then both times we actually had this initial bounce. And of course, the first time was along the 50-day EMA, and the second one was along the 21-week SMA. And then we had a bounce back to the upside and came back down and formed another low both times once again. And then both times we came back up and formed another short-term peak in the market, as you can see. And something else to also pay attention to is, of course, the RSI. During this first time around, we saw a nice uptrend in the 4-hour RSI. And we saw similar peaks and troughs in the RSI as well. And what we're seeing right now is very similar to last time. As you can see, we're seeing very similar peaks and troughs in the RSI with this nice uptrend on the 4-hour chart. So what does this actually mean for Ethereum now? Well, last time around, we actually had one more push to the upside that was slightly higher than these previous highs just here, due to the fact that the RSI was looking a little bit more bullish here. Once again, that led into that bullish pump. And then as the RSI reached the very top of this purple band just here, that was when we actually started some bearish price action. And also it was, of course, when we were running into the exact golden pocket just there, which at that stage was at around $3,650. And of course, if you were subscribed on the channel back then, I was letting you guys know that that was a bearish sign right then and there before the bearish price action even started. And so if we simply continue to play out this like what we saw last time round, then we could see a bounce sometime soon, especially especially if we hold above the 21-week SMA. That's really the level that we need to hold above here, because this time around, it's kind of like the 21-week moving average is in the same position as what the 50-day exponential moving average was in the last time around. So it was because that we held those levels just there, we could have that one last push to the upside before a little bit more bearish price action coming next. So if we simply see a bounce along this exact level at around 2.8k, we could even dip just slightly lower as we have previously just a couple times. But the first thing to pay attention to with a bounce to the upside is, of course, the 50-day EMA coming in at roughly around 3,150. But if we start breaking above around 3.2k, which is where these previous highs are coming in at, then we could be pushing a little bit higher towards where the golden pocket is coming in at, which is right now coming in at around 3.3k. But that's when you're looking at the Fibonacci levels like this. If you're actually drawing the top of the Fibonacci retracement tool from this $4,000 top up here, then that obviously moves the golden pocket up towards around 3.5k. So those will be the important levels to the upside that I'm paying attention to above the 50-day EMA. Once again, initially 3.3k and then about 3.5k, if we can actually get through those lower resistance levels first, obviously. And then if we continue to play out the price action like what we saw last time, then once again, either way, we could be seeing a little bit more bearish price action to come over the next 1 to 2 weeks, possibly. But a lot of this will also depend on what Bitcoin is doing. So keep that in mind. If Bitcoin has a major pump to the upside, then it's very likely that Ethereum is going to see a similar thing. If Bitcoin has a major dump to the downside, it's going to be very likely that Ethereum is going to see a similar thing. Now, what would actually happen if we start breaking below these previous lows just here to actually continue this trend to the downside? Well, first of all, we obviously have the price target out of this previous head and shoulders pattern all the way down here, coming in at roughly around 2.3k, which is exactly in the middle of this support zone for Ethereum, which was previously massive resistance for the Ethereum price, and looking even further back, it was also support. And on top of that price target just there, another interesting pattern that is actually forming on the chart right now is a potential bear flag. Now, this is actually confirmed if we see a break to the downside, but right now it is forming. A bear flag is basically a consolidation range in the middle of a downwards movement. And so, of course, if we break the bear flag supports just here, which is coming in at around 2,750 approximately, then that's how you know that Ethereum is going to be heading a little bit lower. And measuring out the technical price target, you simply take the flagpole leading into the flag and measure it out as an AB equals CD price target. And that gives us a price target of just below 2.3k at around 2,270 to be more precise, which is once again falling in that same support range as we've previously mentioned. So we've got a few different patterns and important ranges on the chart that all point towards this area on the chart as the next major price target to the downside if we break these initial support levels. So this sets us up for some nice trading opportunities even within this price range just here. Obviously, longing the support and shorting the resistance just here has been an amazing strategy so far. And then of course, if we see a confirmed break below support, then that will set up a potential short position as far as my strategy goes. And obviously the other way around, if we see a confirmed break above resistance into a brand new higher high, then that would potentially set up a new long position for my Ethereum strategy. Now, that's obviously not financial advice. That is just what I'm seeing on the charts at the moment. And just before I jump into the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, revealing this brand new Ethereum pattern, I'll just quickly let you guys know about this massive airdrop that's happening right now. So if you like free money, definitely pay attention to this because I've already received over 800 US dollars completely for free. Literally all I had to do to receive this free 800 US dollars is simply just sign up for this airdrop, which is obviously completely for free to sign up using my free Bybit account. And then once I funded my Bybit account with some crypto, I got this free airdrop as a part of this first 5 million prize pool airdrop. But this first one has now expired, but there's actually a brand new airdrop that's about to begin in only 9 hours from now. So if you want to get involved in this next airdrop and basically just receive some free money, then you'll find a link to this exact page showing all of the details about this event in the description down below. In fact, it will be the first link in the description that will take you to this page just here where you can check it out and receive some free money. Now, just quickly checking out the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart here on the 4-hour time frame. Previously, we were in a strong downtrend for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, while the overall markets were looking a little bit more bearish. But at the moment, while most of crypto has been somewhat neutral in the short term over the past 1 week or so, we've also seen that for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. It's been pretty neutral. And by the way, for the beginners out there that don't know what this chart is, it's basically Ethereum valued against against Bitcoin rather than valued against the US dollar. So this really shows us how well Ethereum is performing against Bitcoin. So obviously, if we're going to the downside, Ethereum is underperforming against Bitcoin. If we're going to the upside, Ethereum is outperforming against Bitcoin. And generally speaking, during overall bearish times in the market, it's actually normal to have Ethereum underperform against Bitcoin because it's during the more bullish times that we actually have Ethereum outperform Bitcoin. But right now, Ethereum has clearly found some strong support along this exact 21-week simple moving average on the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart as well, which right now is coming in at around 0.067 Bitcoin per Ethereum. And getting into the brand new pattern that is currently forming on the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, right now we're potentially forming a small inverse head and shoulders pattern. As you can see, we've already seen the left shoulder, we've already seen the head, and right now we're potentially forming the right shoulder. What we need to see to complete this pattern is obviously a bounce pretty soon and then come back up towards the neckline just here, which is actually coming in at around 0.071 Bitcoin per Ethereum. So of course, if we can do that, then that would complete this inverse head and shoulders pattern. But even then, this pattern is still not fully confirmed until we can see a break above the neckline. So once again, we need to break above this neckline with some strong confirmation. So preferably with a strong spike or a surge in the volume. Otherwise, we would definitely need to see some sort of retest if we don't see any spike or surge in volume. But yeah, if we do end up completing this pattern and breaking above the neckline, then the technical price target for Ethereum versus Bitcoin is coming in at around 0.0756 Bitcoin per Ethereum. So that would be a gain of around 6% to the upside, which is very interesting because that's actually the same price level where these previous resistance points are coming into contact. And keep in mind that potential 6% gain means that Ethereum will be outperforming Bitcoin by 6%. And on top of that, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool on the chart just here, we actually have the golden pocket coming in at just below that price target. So keep that in mind as well. The golden pocket is coming in at around 0.0746 Bitcoin per Ethereum. And right now with the upwards trending RSI, this is technically speaking a bullish sign. And for as long as Ethereum can hold above these lows just here, I would potentially consider moving some of my Bitcoin holdings into Ethereum. Now, obviously that's not financial advice. That is just my Bitcoin and Ethereum strategy that I'm revealing to you, because what's very interesting about Ethereum's movements over the past few months here is the fact that we've been moving fast to the upside, and then we've had these slow, long drawbacks to the downside. As you can see, another fast move to the upside, a slow, long drawback to the downside, another fast move to the upside, and we're right now potentially towards the end of another slow, long drawback to the downside. All we need to do is just get a little bit more of a bounce here along the 21-week simple moving average, and if we start breaking above this level just here, then once again, that would basically confirm another move to the upside for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And at that stage just there, that's when I would potentially move a bit of my Bitcoin holdings into Ethereum to catch this next Ethereum move to the upside. And if you want to get those sort of updates in real time when I'm making those sort of trades, when I'm making those sort of decisions in the market, definitely make sure you're following me over on my Twitter account, because on my Twitter, I post those extra updates in real time. So obviously it's all completely for free over on my Twitter, and you'll find a link to my Twitter in the description down below. So definitely make sure you're checking that out if you want all of this extra content throughout the day. But anyway, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got something valuable out of this video. And if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this one. And don't forget to share these videos around with your friends to get your friends involved in this amazing opportunity that we are seeing in the markets right now at these discounted prices. We do not get opportunities like this very often. In fact, on this Ethereum chart, the last time we saw an opportunity like this was over a month ago. So there's never been a better time to share these videos around with your friends, and there's never been a better time to stay active in these markets. And as always, I really do appreciate all of your support in the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. But anyway, that's really everything I have to say for this video. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.